Hi, this is Ronnie, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Punched Out Thursday with Kathy, Krista, myself, and Dorothy. And today I am going to scrap this picture here, and it is my son-in-law and his brother and his sister, and they're all holding stockings. And the stockings are all knitted, so they have a design going around them. So I thought, when I looked at this paper, I thought that would be a great one to use, only I just didn't want it as the background. I wanted to cut it apart and fix it. We'll give it some more dimension so it wouldn't be just plain in the background. It's kind of busy for the background, I know, but I wanted it anyway, so it's going on there anyhow. This one here, I'm going to trim off the red, so I'll have a scallop going all the way across, and it's going to go at the top of my paper. And I thought about, since it is Punched Out Thursday, just punching some little round circles to go in the center, but I decided to use Nuvo drops, so I'm going to put them on, and then I'm going to set it aside so they can dry out, I guess, and won't be wet anymore. Yeah, I'm using that green, and it's called bottle green, and it's the perfect green to go with this page. I'm going to, like I said, put one little dot in each one, and they do better than some of the Nuvo drops I've had. They look kind of pointed when I put them down, but after they set a minute, I'm looking at it now. It looks like only a few, well, no, all of them. I guess my eyesight wasn't good when I looked at the first time, have a point there on top, but I was busy, and usually I try to go back over there and push it down just a little bit before it dries too much. But since I was doing things like, all this stuff in between, I didn't do that. But I think it'll be fine once I put it in the album. Like I said, I'm going to do the whole album, 20 pages, as a gift, and hopefully have it done within a week. I punched out this little snowman, and of course he looks pretty plain Jane. That is a Martha Stewart punch, and there I was trying to see how big he was, to see how much of a strip I needed to put him on. And I'm going to put him all the way across there. And not sure what I'm doing now. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and cut another strip while I'm here. Apparently, I had already matted the picture because I planned on doing it earlier in the year, and I never did get it done. But yeah, I am going to hopefully get these pictures scrapped. And I don't know a whole lot about them, so I'm just going to guess and make whatever title I want for them. I punched out the black. I cut a strip, and I punched out the black so I could have a hat, so I had to cut across there. And none of this is going to take very much glue, so I went ahead and put like a good size drop down there, and I'm going to just put it on the hat and put it on the top of the little snowman. And yeah, my fingers are too big to do any of this, so I'm going to be using my little poker tool there and put this together with that. I did try to use my little teeny tiny punch to do the buttons and the eyes, and they would have worked out fine if it wasn't chewing them up so bad. Yeah, you couldn't even tell that they were little circles. They look like little globs of black sitting there. I guess it could have looked like lumps of coal. I'm showing this punch here, and it's a ribbon punch, I think that's what it was called when I bought it, and it makes two little slashes. And I'm going to use that to make his scarf. And I don't know what I was thinking. I put the paper back instead of punching it again because I'll need 3 pieces, and I've only got 2 now. So yeah, I'm going to have to pull it back out and do another one. But it's like perfect for his scarf. Well, it could have been a little bigger maybe, but it fit just right. And here I am punching the other one out because, yeah, I did forget and didn't get it out. But I'm going to make 10 of these all together, and he's going to go all the way across, and I will space him out across there, and then when I go to glue him down, I guess I put him farther apart than I had to start with because I only used 9, so one's sitting over there in my little bowl. It might get used on something else. And this is a little star that came out of the center of a snowflake, and I'm just going to put it on his hat and decorate his hat a little bit. And the nose, I did try to cut a little sliver of orange, but it was like almost impossible to cut a sliver of orange that size. So I just used my zig marker and did it. And yeah, I'm out of frame here a little bit. So very sorry. I zoomed in just a little too far, but all I'm doing is putting him on here and spacing him out. And like I said, I got 10 all the way across there, and then I go to glue him down. And yeah, 9 is all that makes it on there. And yeah, I'm done. They're all on there. And it's going to go across the bottom of my paper. And I am going to zoom out in a minute. I am going to remember, but yeah, it's going to take me just a little bit to remember. I think I'm almost there. I think I'm going to remember in a second. Oh yeah, I did have a couple of pieces of foam tape down before I remembered. I won't have them all. There it goes. Well, I guess I had 4 down. I went ahead and went forward just a little bit because somehow I got out of frame while I was doing this. And I am punching out just the berries on here because you see those holly going across there. I'm just going to glue them on there. I thought about doing the holly too and just make it 3-dimensional, but they weren't exactly the same size, and I didn't have a piece of paper that I thought would go that well. So I finally taught myself into just doing the berries. So I'm going to put 3 on each one of those holly leaves because I wasn't exactly sure where my picture was going to end up, although I was trying to guess. But it does end up covering several. Yeah, and those berries are kind of on the tiny side, so I have another drop of glue down there, and I am going to have to get some more. I didn't quite put enough on there for me to go all the way across with the berries, but these berries are big enough that I can handle them pretty good. And yeah, I'm going to add some more dimension to this. I think I was getting the snowflake punch out so that I can have snowflakes going across there. And yeah, they're going right on top of another snowflake. It's like red on red, so it don't show up very well. So I thought, well, if I could punch out some white ones, put them right where the other ones are at, then it's going to make it more 3-dimensional, and the snowflakes will be showing up instead of blending in. I'm going to pull my white paper back over in a minute and actually adhere this down so that I can tell exactly where I'm at, because I'm kind of on the guessing side right now. That's why I wasn't exactly sure where my picture was going to go. And I'm showing that. I was checking to see if they were dry enough, and yeah, they were. I checked 2 of them, I think, and they were just fine. I'm gonna put my snowmen down there at the bottom, and then I'm gonna put that bigger piece in the middle. And I think I'm gonna right about where it's showing right now. I think it was just no. I end up going up higher because I decided to add another line instead of cutting out another piece of paper, because there is one up there in the upper right hand corner and it has red scallops. I did consider adding it, but then I thought, well, I could do something different. And so I'm going to use this punch here, and it's like one of the first punches I ever got. I was watching that scrapbooking on TV with Sandy Genovese all the time, and she used this punch a lot. I guess it was popular at that time to put photo corners on your pictures, and I thought, I need that. I really need that bad. And I got it, and it's been used more for a lot of other stuff than it ever has been for photo corners. Chevrons a lot, and arrows. Yeah, and I'm going to use it as a border here today. And you've seen me cutting it the way I was with the line. I wanted to make sure once I glued them down that the design on that paper wasn't going every which direction. So I was putting it where it all be vertical on here. And you see me lay them across there. All those fit just fine when I laid them across there. I guess I overlapped some because when I actually glued them down, they didn't fit so well. And since I used wet glue, it's staying. And I'm using another one of my border punches. I'm not exactly sure the name of this, but I think it might be a lattice of some kind. But yeah, it's really pretty. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim a small amount to trim it down where it's not that big. I don't want it that wide. And then I'm going to snuggle it in right where the white part is so that the lattice part will show real well. And it will cover some of the green. It does take me a minute to decide where, because I did think about putting it over the top of those green chevron pieces, folded corners, and it looked good that way, but then I thought I won't have anything up there, and I was really wanting to cover up there. So yeah, it's going to go up just a little bit higher. And I'm going to get a little crooked, but my title's going to end up covering that up. It's not going to look so bad once I get done. You might look at it now and think, oh, that's crooked, but remember, my title is going to cover part of that up. This is one of the trees from the tree paper, and it does have cardstock behind it, but I already had it fussy cut out, and so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use it. Normally, flat against the page, I wouldn't even have bothered with the cardstock one. I would have saved it to use with the foam tape. Oh, I pulled out my stickers because I am thinking about making a title, and I set them aside as soon as I pulled them out because I thought, I'm not sure what the title's going to be, but I want to use them with it and make a longer title and see how many of them I can actually use in the title. And I'm going to actually end up using 4 in the title. Here I pulled out my little tiny trimmer because I thought I would do some trimming on here, and I did right there to start with, and then I just decided I'd cut them by hand rather than taking all that time to use the trimmer, because I am going to put red and green behind all them, or maybe white. And the reason I'm doing that is because I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to use them. I thought about just using the powder tool and powder them on the back. But then I thought, well, I like the layered look anyway, so yeah, I'm going to layer all of the stickers that I'm going to use in the title. And I'm trying to make sure I get the right end here, but I don't, because I'm going to make another, cut out another border with a border punch, and it's not going to be the right length, but I'm going to make it fit behind that tree. And yeah, here I am working on this, and thinking it's taking too long, and a pair of scissors would be a whole lot quicker. And the one that I'm matting right now is Oh What Fun. And then I'm going to take my Martha Stewart letter alphabet punch, I guess they're called, because they come in a set of 2, and they also have numbers. I don't have the numbers. I've looked a few times for them on the internet and have not found them, but yeah, I love using them. They're a little slow because you do have to punch them out, and then you've got to glue them down individually. I have tried putting the sticky tape stuff behind it and punching, but I was afraid I'd break my punch because it's very hard to punch out. But yeah, I am putting letters there, and that word there that I'm putting on right now is that. So it's going to say, oh, what fun that. And then they're green, but the red that I lay them on they're just going to kind of blend into it. And so I think I'm going to have to do something to make them unblended. I didn't do a very good job of that. I'm going to tell you that right now. I put them back on red. I have no idea what I was thinking. I should have punched out a circle of white first and then maybe red and green, but no. I punched out red, which I'm going to have them lay on in just a second as soon as I get done punching them. And you'll see that it is not going to show up very well on there. And see how it just kind of is just sitting there and you can't see it very well? Well, they're going to be on circles later. And yeah, I am looking at these again because I am trying to figure out a way to use as many as I can and use them in the title. And I'm going to cut most of this out because it does take a while to do. And I think I'll be in just a minute or two before I do that. This one here, it says together. So it's oh, what fun together. And then I'm going to punch out the letters on with my Martha Stewart ones. And then the next sticker says Christmas Eve. Then I'm going to punch out while. And the next sticker says hanging stockings. And then it's we all said, Santa, just stuff it. You know, like stuffing the stocking. So the whole title is going to be, oh, what fun that together on Christmas Eve while hanging stockings, we all said, Santa, just stuff it. But yeah, there it is done. And the words, the Santa, just stuff it, I use my Sizzix dies, and it's called Bounce. Yes, there's technically Sizzlets dies by Sizzix, and they do have a shadow. So I did the green in the background and the red in the front. And there I was layering one of the letters for the THAT, because I did that, you know, like last, and I thought I had never got the exclamation point finish, so I went ahead and glued it down. But yeah, it would have looked better if I'd had white right behind the THAT, but I wasn't thinking. And I have 2 letters on foam tape and 2 not. And here's the other die that I'm going to use, and it's the laurel leaf. Of course, I always called it the braid punch because it does look kind of like a braid. But it is called technically laurel leaf, which I just learned recently. And it's going to go up there at the top where the tree is, where that white place is. Yeah, right there. And see how it's a little short. Yeah, I cut that one piece. And here I was trying to remember not to do that. So if I needed to cut another piece of the, make a border again to go on here, that I would be able to. But it's going to fit just perfect with that tree covering part of it. And of course I'm going to use wet glue to put it down. I think that's, besides the enamel dots, that's the last thing that I do to this page. But be sure to check out the other gals, Dorothy, Kathy, and Krista, to see what they do with their punches today. And yeah, you might see extra videos this week. And of course, some of them might not get recorded. I just might do them because, yes, my goal is to do a whole album, which would be 20 pages, because I'm not going to do a 3-ring binder one and have more. And yeah, to give this as a gift, because he don't have one that's his own. And his mom gave him a whole bunch of pictures. I mean, way more than I'm going to be scrapping. But the first one he pulled out is a hunting one. So yeah, I'm going to have to pull my hunting paper out. But this paper here came from Jennifer for my Christmas present. Yeah, so instead of a Saturday stash dive with it, I used it on this page for Punched Out Thursday. And it's the Mamby collection. Yeah, it's really pretty paper. It's perfect for Christmas. And it is the traditional colors. And there's my completed layout with my extra long title, and I'll read it again. Oh, what fun that together on Christmas Eve, whilst hanging stockings, we all said, Santa, just stuff it. And there's the Nouveau drops, and oh, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm just showing the layers here that's over on that one section with the braid and the berries and the snowflakes. And there's my little snowman that go all across the bottom that I have one extra of now. And see the scarves, I didn't even look at them as I was putting them down because I wanted to go randomly. And so some of them have red scarves, some green, some tie on the right, some on the left, some of the little things on their hats on one side and some the others. Yeah, because I was working on trying to do it randomly, so I didn't even pay attention and just put them down. But that's it. That's my completed layout with Punched Out Thursday. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me and the rest of the gals here. And if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. If you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe, because I'm going to have a drawing for my subscribers. Yay! 1,000 subscribers. That is so awesome. And if you do a long title like this using your stickers to see what you can create, tag me on it. Let me know. I want to see what your title is. But yeah, I decided I'd play with the title and use my stickers and have fun and make a long title out of it. But again, thank you so much for watching. Have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.